Okay guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's keeping well. So I'm tying up a few wee Caddis Pupa, wee emergers. Now the hook in the vase is actually a partridge of red each Caddis Emerger hook in size 10. Now what I want to do first is I want to put on my thread, and the thread we're going to use to tie the fly is the uni thread, yellow and dark brown. So I'm just putting a foundation of thread on because we're going to use some lead foil. And rather than use super glue, it is a sticky back, but it does tend to want to rotate at times. And rather than to use the glue, you just put a wee layer of thread down. This helps with the whole process. So just going to come in, catch on our lead, just work it up nice and tight. Back down, a few turns to there, just break it off. That'll do nicely. Then back in with a thread, we like a wax, and then just work our thread over the lead just once or twice. Helps to build a good solid foundation. Bring it to the back. And the back of the fly, basically like a bit of a scud back. This is the Wapsi thin skin. Now that lead, sorry, apologies, it isn't going to add a powerful amount of weight to the fly, but it will help it just get down through the surface film whenever you're fishing it. Because the hooks, they're good hooks, the partridge hooks, but they're not, these wouldn't be a heavy wire. Suppose if you didn't want to use the lead, you could use a B110. Now the body itself is just going to be, this is just a rubber band that I've reduced by half. I'm just going to catch it in, just giving it a wee stretch, but this time I'm working it up just to help fill that wee bit of a void in at the back of the lead, just in there, and then work this one up. Then we'll come round with our rubber, and you're really just wanting slightly overlapping turns from your last turn. Give you that type of grub effect. Right. Just up to here, just drop over the thread nice and tight with your actual thread turns, and work this forward. Now you can get rubber bands that are coloured, and then you'll not have to do the next part. But these rubber bands are as cheap as chips. You get hundreds. Now what I want to do is I want to colour the back. And this is just a Winsor Newton. I'll show you in a wee second. Winsor Newton Pro Marker. Just colour the fly up. That's it there. Winsor Newton Pro Marker. Get this in the Hobbycraft store. Wife hates to see me going over that Boucher Road, you know. She thinks I'm going clothes shopping. When I'm not, I'm really getting into the Hobbycraft store. But anyway, now that's it coloured up in green. But you can do it. You know, so there's one there. What's that? That's henna. It's like a fairy brown type colour, and there's some I've done over in the card. Now, what it would allow to happen here, guys, is it'll allow that to dry. Because once we bring the nymph skin over, or the thin skin, sorry, it's going to take the colour. So just bring this over and stretch it as really as tight as you dare go, and just take a drop over thread, turn of the thread, just to see what way you're positioned. and then tighten into it. Because once you trim, that's it, your bait. Because you just want to make sure that the nymph skin is stretched over equally and it hasn't slipped to one side or the other, which I'm happy with, and then just really tighten up. Come in, trim away the waste. Another lick of wax. Work the thread up to the eye and come back down. I'm just going to climb up another, just a wee touch onto the back. Just want the thorax to be bigger. That's the sort of colour you get, but once you let it dry, it'll not take the colour or the print off the thin skin. Okay. Now the thorax cover itself, just natural cock pheasant fibres. Now don't be shy. Do not be shy. Take a good lump of this. Knock away the tips, because we don't need them. Come around with a couple of loose turns. Just bring this up on top. Then you can tighten. And then work our thread down. Just leave yourself an eye space at the front. Now I've been doing a bit of clearing out recently, and I found this. This is an old box of lure fly dubbing. There's another box, there's two boxes. This is the second box that I found. But I think this is synthetic, like a synthetic type seals fur with UV flash, or it's good stuff was mixed into it. I think I've had this right, I know, I'll see, around about 15 years or so, but the amount of materials that I have is nothing short of ridiculous. Like half of it, it's not even out of the packet. It's not good. So, rule of thumb, only buy what you need. Don't be like me. Now, just dubbing on the lure flash, and it's like a dark medium brown. Now what I'm wanting to do is I want to start right back up, right at the collar of the turn of the rubber band, and then we can tighten as we go and just build up that thorax. Right, I'll just get another very small amount just for the top, just to fill that wee void before the head. That's better. Any wee fibres now at this point, just come in, bring these back, and bring your thread in front, and that's your thorax. Now I want to put on antenna or horns on the fly. So this is cock pheasant fibre. That's been, the colour's been extracted with bleach and then dyed a light fairy brown, if you like. So just going to take two fibres, just get the nice curved shape in them, just get them straightened up. I'm just going to offer these down the flanks of the fly, and I just want to get them to the right length. I don't like them too long, so just there. Now these will be the first thing to go on the fly, and you really don't need to worry about horns. This is more of for eye candy, if you like. So just break that off. Then further like a wax, bring over your cock pheasant fibre, just up and over the back. Give them a bit of a crease just to help them stay out of the way for you. Then come around with your thread, catch it. Take your thread turns down to the eye, because what I want to do here is just to fold this back over on itself. There's just one wee fibre there, and this will help me build up the head on the fly, because you don't want to, I like to see a nice decent head on a caddis pupa like this. Then take your scissors, tight as you can get, cut in the back, and then just come up over these cut ends, tidying all this up. Just be patient. Put that shape you want to see into the head too. Don't want a small head. I want a caddis pupa like this. I want to be able to see it. Now, keeping your thread tight. Just come in with your whip finishing tool and throw in your standard whip finish. Put your thread tight. Trim away your tang thread. Then for a varnish, get our dubbing brush or Velcro. Bring some of this out. Sweep it back. Get it out of the way. And then first coat onto the head, guys, we drop a super glue. And just be careful, you don't want it running into any of the fibres when you're using glue. Right the whole way right round. And there you go. It's a very simple pattern. It's not overcomplicated. You know, just with a talking to try and demonstrate the fly. It takes just a wee bit. That's just a wee bit too long. Just take that away. It just takes a wee bit longer to tie it. But so there's one there with the brown tied over the back, as you can see. So you can change the colours up if you want. You can actually buy, you know, olive type rubber bands, so you don't need to use the felt pens or the permanent markers. But I hope you've got something from that, guys. And you can change up the style and the colour, and you can colour in. I like to leave the rubber exposed on the belly, because nearly all creatures in the world have a dark contrast top and a light belly in the aquatic world. But not that I'm an expert in entomology. But there you go. Hopefully it's got something from it. As always, many thanks for taking the time to view the video. It is greatly appreciated. First time watching, please consider subscribing. And all being well, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.